Hey, this is King of the North.
And you're watching RockMAP.
The biggest rock sound you've ever heard from two people. I had an idea really of how to make one guitar sound like two guitars and a bass, because I liked a lot of other two-piece bands, but I thought it sounds sort of empty without the bass sound. They had a lot of that real bluesy garage sound with the guitar and the drums, which is really cool. But I like big, fat, riffy music and full sound, And I developed this idea, and so it pretty much just came from doing that idea, and we tried it out, and when we first tried it out, we laughed. We went, wow, this really works, and then we started doing it and people just came, and then we kept doing it. And we were living in different cities at the time, so it was a real trial thing, and then it just started working and people started asking us to play, and then it just developed into a band. This is definitely the most challenging tour that we've had as far as being exhausting. Like just gig, bang, 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 like gig after gig after gig after gig, and driving. And for this tour, doing it all ourselves. Driving, loading, playing, selling the merchandise, packing it up, loading it, driving it, and then doing all the social media stuff and updating the websites, and then we made a stupid idea of writing a blog for the tour. So every day we're like, oh, we gotta write the fucking blog. So that's just another thing that we have to do. But it'll get easier if we can come back. This was just the first one to try it out. So.
I think the good things are we travel, just two of us, and all the equipment.
It's cheap.
In the band.
Plane flights.
It's good to stay in hotels, friends' houses. Tonight we're going to set up, when we support a band, we set up in front of the stage. Like we always set up at the front. So whether it's our own show or support a bigger band,
it's the same for us.
Same. There's if they give us 30 beers, that's enough. That's fine. Yeah, between 5 people, that's no good.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool things about it, but
the negative is that with the system that I have 2 guitar amplifiers and a bass amplifier. So I've got personally the same amount of gear that a 5-piece band would have with 2 guitars and a bass player, and we've both got to lug all the shit. So people often say, oh, there's only 2 of you. You've only got, small amount of gear. No. And that's the bad part. We're having fun.
Yeah.
And the people seem to be enjoying it and receiving the music well, and I think they're very positive.
Spain's awesome.
Yeah. Spain is awesome. A lot of people have been buying the CDs and the T-shirts and interacting with us on Facebook. Like a lot of our Facebook page now is all in Spanish, and I have to press C translation because I don't know what the fuck anyone's saying. So that's cool, man. It's really cool. We like El Dorado.
Yeah.
We saw them in France at the same festival. We were playing the next day, but we got there a day early, just to eat the food and drink their beer. And we saw El Dorado and we were like, these guys are great. And we didn't know that it was El Dorado. And then someone said, who is this band? I said, El Dorado. I was like, really good.
Most of the shows we played just on our own, so we haven't seen a lot of Spanish bands because it was just the one band and that's it. But the bands we've seen, have been great.
And we met a guy from Rockzilla who had a stay at his house, and we love their music, and he's awesome at it. In Australia, definitely rock is an underground thing, because what's happened is that nothing has changed in Australia. The venues and the pubs are all still full of great rock bands, but the industry doesn't want to recognise that. So in the 90s and before, they used to go to those venues to get the talent to then present to the world and go, look at the bands that we found. Those bands are still operating, but the industry and the radio stations don't go to the venues anymore. They are too interested in creating their own things with laptops and producers, and then having something with a sexy skirt, sing it, and they can take all the credit. So nothing has really changed, just the focus has shifted. So there's still, in that respect, it's automatically became underground because it's not in the mainstream, but it's still happening on your corner pub or bar in Australia, and I think so here too. Because we hear the same songs on the radio here as we hear in Australia, which makes you think that the same people are making money all over the whole world. It's like a music mafia.
So shit.
To me, I don't really care what critics sort of say. For me, it's more about if that's going to get people to check the band out, or more importantly, come to the show, then yeah, that's an important thing. But I don't sit there and go, oh, did they like it or didn't they? Because it's art. We make it because it's art. This is our art, and we've designed it, and we've sculpted it, and we've made it and created it. So it's objective. Some people are going to like it, some people aren't. We don't make music for people to like. We make music that we want to create and say something that we want to say. And if people like it, great. If they don't, fuck them.
We'd love to release another album next year. In terms of when, we don't know, because we now got to consider when we do tour Australia and when we do tour Europe. Plus we got our eyes set on the States as well, so it's more planning now. But I think the songs come up naturally. Like Andrew's a pretty prolific songwriter, so the songs come up when they come up. And like Sound the Underground, it was like, oh, alright, we should do an album, and it was just like, So I think this album's still got legs though, because we'll release maybe another film clip, maybe or something. Yeah, still planning what happens next.
There has been a lot of touring, because we keep doing things that we get asked to do. So people say, can you come and play this? Can you come and play at this festival? Can you come and tour with this band? And we're like, yes. So, we keep, and we're still being asked to do things for next year. So we do really want to record a new album, and it's just about the time though, because we're always touring. We play well over 100 shows a year, and now that we're coming over to Europe, it's possibly going to be more.